The Project Borealis team, Icebreaker Industries, just made a huge announcement that the Project Borealis Prologue will release in less than 3 days. You heard that correctly. It comes right as they drop the final trailer for the Prologue, which was just over 50 seconds long, showcasing the nice art days before it gets released. Right near the end of the trailer, they flashed the release date, which is November 11th, 2024. In our last video, we just talked about how Project Borealis popped up on Steam for players to wishlist. People thought talking about Project Borealis was delusional, but now we are finally going to get a chance to play the Prologue after it was originally started back in 2017. The Project Borealis Prologue is centered around a snow-covered ravenholm, but this time with modern graphics. It's important to note that Project Borealis is not using the Source engine, which is common for most Half-Life projects, but actually Unreal Engine 5. Project Borealis and Icebreaker Industries is a team consisting of Half-Life fans who came together to create a game based on Marc Laidlaw's Epistle 3 script, which released in 2017. Their goal is to use Marc's writing to create the conclusion fans have been waiting for, while aiming to reach the same level of quality the Half-Life series is known for, inviting players back into Gordon's HEV suit. The thing is, seeing as Marc dropped Epistle 3 back in 2017, here is a refresher on its storyline. They discover the Borealis, a ship with immense power, but it's unstable and phasing in and out of existence. They encounter Breen's consciousness, uploaded into a grub, and free Mossman. A conflict arises between Mossman and Alex over the fate of the Borealis. Alex, following her father's wishes, destroys the ship, ensuring its power won't fall into the wrong hands. The G-Man then intervenes, taking Alex and leaving Gordon on the ship. But soon enough, this will no longer just be a story that is written on a white screen, but instead an actual playable game. For the full Project Borealis game, there is still no official release date, as of course this is just the prologue, and it is just a tech demo of what they are working on. We intend to release a tech demo soon that helps test gameplay systems like movement mechanics, AI interaction, and weapon feel set in the familiar environment of Ravenholm. Keep in mind that the tech demo is intended only to be a showcase of gameplay mechanics up until that point, while using the feedback to improve the full game. So here it is, just a few hours away from releasing at this point. At the moment, we have 2 official trailers for Project Borealis and its prologue, both showcasing the snowy landscape in Unreal Engine 5. Before these teaser trailers, some of our last looks were 4 to 5 years ago, so it's definitely exciting that time has finally come for players to get their hands on this project. Unfortunately, both of these trailers are more just teasers that don't really show that much of actual gameplay, so we will really just have to wait until we get our hands on it. In the new final prologue trailer, we get this nice shot of the zombies. You may have also noticed this fluffy head crab that walks by, or this mysterious green smoke that seems to be in a few containers laying around. I'm excited to see how the movement and overall gameplay holds up for being a Half-Life game in Unreal Engine 5. They mention it's a faithful recreation of the iconic feeling from Half-Life 2, so at least we are now just a few days away from finding out what this feeling is like. If you are wondering how much Project Borealis or the Prologue will cost, they mention it will be free with no plans to charge for it. You can now see the date of the release for yourself and count it down directly on the Steam store, as it is 2 days away and will update correctly for your time zone. It has been confirmed the exact time of its release will be 12 PM CST, and you'll also need to own a copy of Half-Life 2 to play Project Borealis. But I don't see that being that big of a problem, seeing as it did release 20 years ago. So just be ready, as this prologue comes out in a few days on November 11th, and only a few days later on November 16th, Half-Life 2 will turn 20 years old. These of course aren't the only big Half-Life projects we know are in the works right now, as there is also Half-Life 2 RTX, which we haven't heard much since the gameplay reveal back in August, so hopefully they also have something to share now that we are just a few days away from Half-Life 2's 20th anniversary. The big question is, will Valve have the anniversary update the week before the 16th, or after the anniversary, as it does land on the Saturday? We also can't forget about HLX, which will be Valve's actual return to the Half-Life series, but as a classic non-VR experience with Gordon back in the HEV suit. The thing is that right now, Valve is working their hardest to make sure the Half-Life 2 anniversary update is ready on time, as just a few days ago, there was over 10 updates to the test branch of Half-Life 2 in less than 24 hours. I'm overall very excited for everything that is coming for the Half-Life series, as Valve is without a doubt cooking hard behind the scenes, which we will be going over in our next video, but I just wanted to make sure everyone knew about the Project Borealis Prologue that is releasing on November 11th. Make sure you subscribe to stay updated on all the news you need for Valve and your favorite games.